this, but that's part of the show. It's showbiz.
How come we don't have here?
No. Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. From my extreme right, we have someone who had disappeared from our radar for quite some time, Ron Thomas. Ron is a producer here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and Ron has a show called Big Talk. Ron, remind our viewers once more, what days do you air and what's your latest?
Oh, that's Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. live.
Every Thursday,
yeah,
1
and
to 2.
they let me know, you're not on the yoga show, what happened?
Oh, right. They wonder that you're always
What
on the
happened to
show,
you?
and then what happened to you, not on the show, yoga show anymore. But Ron, what's your latest theme? What are you talking about now? I know it's always current, right? Political.
Well, we have a lot of men complaining about they can't get any women, so I had a woman come in and talk about it.
You guys are complaining about not getting girls on your show. We are complaining about not getting enough guys on our show. So I'm so happy today. Viewers out there, please know yoga is not just for girls. Today we are outnumbered. Girls out there, we have 2 guys, and I'm the only girl here, and that too because I'm the host of the show. So I have to be here, and I love being here though. But Ron, you're talking about girls being on your show. Why is that important for you?
I've only had one woman on my show, so I was trying to get you to come
okay. I would love to come on. Let me know whenever, but don't talk to me about anything except politics, because if I take sides, I'm going to get in big trouble. So I have enough trouble at home. But yeah, I know you have a lot of current topics and politics and stuff on your show. And what's the latest now? I know it used to be Occupy Wall Street.
Male-female relationships.
Relationships, right?
Yeah.
What, do you become a love coach now? Welcome back to the show, Ron. It's good to have you. To my immediate right, we have Radan Sturm. Radan is Director of Training and Development. I got that right.
Amazing.
At Complete Body and Spa, finally. Radan, it's great to have you back. It was a great experience in the last episode.
It was.
I know we had a little bit of a chat before we started the last episode, but I got a little lost. I know we had planned on doing the standing postures and then today go into seated, but we got so carried away, I got so carried away that I started with the sun salutation. Viewers out there, remember when you're doing your regular practice, the natural way is to start with your breathing, sun salutation, and then do 48 simple stretches that cover every major muscle group, gland, and organ in the body. If you come on the show, we'll share with you a little postcard with 48 basic stretches, copy of my 3rd title, Yoga Secrets, and a little fridge magnet as well. So put this magnet on your fridge, postcard in your handbag, the book at your desk. So you can do yoga in the kitchen. You can do yoga in the kitchen, exactly. And depending on how big the kitchen is, you're going to do back bends and forward folds on your countertop. Welcome back to the show, Radan. What is your plan for us today?
Well, today we're doing standing postures, aren't we?
Yes, we're planning to do some balance postures. You think that's going to give us much of a physical workout?
Absolutely.
Okay, because balance is good for focus.
Totally, and it's a subtle workout.
Right, okay.
You know? So sometimes you might not feel it at the time.
Right, okay.
But you might feel it after.
So you're going to guide us through what muscle groups to use in balance, because we have our own concept of what helps balance, because we do the focus part of it. But from the physiological side, you're going to help us out.
Yeah, I can talk about that.
Okay, all right, that'll be great. Josiane Hurd is our director for today. And hi, Nori.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you, Josiane, for holding the fort. Richard Swanson, responsible for the studio lights, the sound system, body music that you hear right now when I shut up. Right there, Body Music by Cesar De Para, created just for Yogaxpress, and the opening 3 ohms from a track called Sapta Tandava. So Radan, let's do this. Ron, you missed the last episode. What we did postures 1 through 8. So today we're going to do 2 of the gentle standing and then 6 balance, and then move on to the seated postures. Okay? So if you want to get a little chair, you've been away for a while, feel free to get the chair. And while you're getting the chair, we're just going to talk our viewers through 2 simple stretches before we move on into balance. Heels are together, toes slightly apart, palms in front of your chest. Radan, you still have your jeans on, so you're okay.
Yeah.
With balance, you'll be okay. Folks at home, just remember, if you feel the need to stretch when you feel you're not dressed for it, it's okay. What you do is just push yourself to the limits that your body allows that day with whatever you're wearing. But if you have time to change, you want to wear your tights, feel more comfortable, do that. But it doesn't matter what you're wearing, you should just do the best you can. Heels are together, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms up. Now, wiggle your biceps behind your ears, and Radan, right here, we're getting a little bit of a stretch. What we're going to do is do a little bit of a side bend. Are we moving? Are we working any muscles here at all? I feel a stretch in my triceps. Is that?
Yeah, you feel your triceps, you feel under your arms.
Right.
If you
right.
pull your arms higher, you might even feel your abs stretching or strengthening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tuck in my abs when we're doing this?
Yeah, if you draw your belly button in and reach up at the same time, you'll feel that midsection work.
That's what some of the yoga schools say. You feel as if someone's pulling you from the top, somebody's pulling you from below. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to exhale, dip to the right and to the left, like a little bit of a swaying tree. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your chest, palms facing down. Now, just so we don't hit each other, Ron, you may want to come forward. I'm the shortest, so I have to come forward or I'd probably disappear with my turtle. Oh, by the way, Ron, meet Oscar. That's Oscar in the background. That's my logo, the turtle in the back.
Turtle.
You haven't met him yet. Now, elbows are raised. That helps you stay in the moment. He's done a great job. I'm not allowed to mention commercial names, but the studio that did that did a fantastic job. We're going to exhale, and this one, Radan, I don't know if we're getting a bit of a muscle workout, but I think you'll feel we're getting a bit of a stretch. You already feel it, right?
Yeah.
We're going to exhale, swing our right arm out, inhale back to the center, and then do the same on the left side. Exhale. Oh, before we do that, keep the insides of your feet parallel to each other. Keep your hips where they are. Do not take your hips with you the first time. Exhale to the right. Follow your fingertips with your eyes. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center. This time, take your hips with you and notice the difference. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the
Good
center.
rotation of the spine.
Right, I was
Very
waiting
good.
for you to explain why that feels so good. So is it true, exhale, bring your hands down. Is it true, one of the chiropractors who came on the show, or maybe it was a yoga teacher, she mentioned that the spine moves in 6 directions, right?
Sure.
So it's to the right, to the left, and then we do the twists. Oh, sideways.
Yeah.
Right and left, the
Forward,
bends
back.
and the twist, and then forward and back, right? I feel there are another 2 which we never mentioned. When we go up, you remember you talked about stretching the spine? So you're going up, you're giving yourself a bit of a stretch. And then when we sit on the computer, which is not good, but we're sort of crunching in. But what's happening to our muscle groups at this time when we're doing that?
Well, it depends where you're moving. Like bending,
Right, so we're
bending
doing-
forward and backwards, you're targeting different muscle groups, whereas if you're going sideways.
So
That's why when you've got your sequence, you should do them all.
Right.
Because each of them
You
does
work
slightly
everything.
different muscle group. So that's why you have your back bend, you have your forward bend,
fold.
then you have your rotation.
Right, okay. So when you talk about rotation, you're talking about
Yeah, all the way
upper
through your
body,
own
lower
legs.
body. Oh, right, okay.
Your chest opens up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's good. So we really need the full workout every day. We're workshopping this just for you. Okay. Now we have a few balance postures. Ron, you may want to bring the chair a little closer. You've been out of touch for a while. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Turn your left knee out to the side. And Radan, I'm going to need your help in explaining, are there specific muscle groups in balanced postures? Because that is the part we find really hard to use the right muscle groups. So as a personal trainer, I'm relying on you.
I'm here for you.
Inhale, right hand on the right hip. Inhale, lift the left foot up. Hold on to the left ankle with your left hand. Attach the sole of the left foot to the inside of your upper right thigh. And Radan, what we get used to saying, look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. That's the mental focus. Is there anything physically that we can do to improve our posture and balance?
Yeah, you can take the foot that's being pushed into the leg and push it in hard. So you create a really strong connection between your foot and the leg that it's pushing against.
Okay.
And what that then does, it helps you activate your butt muscle and your abdominals.
Okay.
So you're kind of creating a stable base.
So you're trying to tighten this
like
belt
that.
over here.
Yeah.
Well, that happens. I mean, every
So
now
draw
and
the
then
belly
we
button in
come
and
up.
activate the butt.
So activate the butt as in tighten the buttock muscles.
Yeah, tighten the buttock. And by pushing the foot in, that helps you tighten your butt.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Got it. Now, when you're nice and steady, when you're feeling comfortable, place your palms in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms up. And then
So it gets more and more difficult the higher you go.
Right.
Because your center of gravity goes further up.
Changes. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Exhale and release. I noticed, that wasn't in the shadow. I thought, Ron, did you have your arms out?
I'm grabbing my balance.
Right. Now exhale and release. I was going to point out something because I was watching the shadow over there. For those of you at home, you may find, Radan was talking about the center of gravity. If your center of gravity shifts just a little bit, when your arms are out, you may find you may want to align yourself. Did you have your arms out? Because that's harder. Hey?
At one arm.
Oh, you had one arm. Oh, right, because you had the other hand. So if you bring your arms out, you might find it's a little harder to balance, but it also, even though it's more challenging, eventually that becomes more effective. Left hand on the left hip. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Turn your right knee out to the side. Inhale, lift your right foot up. Hold on to the right ankle with the right hand. Attach the sole of the right foot to the inside of the upper left thigh. And Radan, you were talking about pushing the right foot in?
Yeah, pushing the foot into the leg.
Okay.
The other thing is when you're starting off with these balanced postures, you might feel it in your foot or your ankle.
Right, okay.
Because you can see my ankle's moving around quite a lot.
Right.
And so your foot and ankle might work more so than anything else.
Which is not good.
Well, I think as when you start off, that's kind of a natural thing to happen.
Okay.
And as you get more and more balanced, they'll become less and less.
Okay. So we tend to look at a point that doesn't move. Then I'm also going to use your little trick about tightening the abdominal muscles and then pushing the right foot in. Place your palms in front of your chest. When you feel ready, raise your arms up. Exhale and release. Very gently lower the right leg. Ooh, ankles out. You're right.
Yeah.
I do feel it. Now that
Feel
you
it a
mention
little
it,
bit.
you feel it on the left ankle too.
Yeah.
So that just shows that every now and then our focus may shift, or we may be using the wrong muscle group. And if you feel that there's a lot of pressure on the ankle, start using the abdominal muscles.
Or even put the foot down and rest a little bit.
Right.
And do it in steps.
That makes sense. Right, do it in baby steps. So you don't have to, that's a good point.
You don't have to
though.
hold the whole time.
You don't have to hold
come
it
up,
all the
go
time.
back down.
Come up.
You could start here.
And you still get a workout.
Still get a
right?
workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
So place the right foot in front, take the left foot back. Make sure that the front of both your feet are facing forward. The left one won't come all the way forward, or it'll be a little bit painful. So a little bit, left foot can go out just a little. Both palms in front of your chest. Raise your left heel, so you're transferring your weight to your right leg. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, dip your torso and raise your left leg all the way up. So essentially, you're using your right foot as the fulcrum, basically the point where your whole body rests. Inhale, let's come up. And I know, Radan, you would kill me if I asked you to explain while we were in the posture. So now, help us understand. While we're switching legs and our arms are up, is there any trick to be able to hold that posture for a while when you go down?
If you can start with your hands on your hips.
Right, instead of taking your arms all
So
the way
it
up.
makes your center of
Let's
gravity
try it.
easier.
Okay.
I find it a little bit easier to balance.
Let's try that.
And
then
also, you don't have to flex forward as far.
Right, okay.
It's okay to come forward just a little bit
Just
of the way.
a little and just
to
raise
practice
the
leg lifting off. And then when you
Okay.
get confident, then you come forward into the posture. And then from there, you can take the arms out.
That's a good idea. Let's
So you
try
can
that.
break it down.
Okay, let's try that. So let's lean forward. Raise your right foot up. And then, as Radan mentioned now, that makes sense because instead of leaning, going all the way forward, in which case you're engaging more muscle groups than necessary at this point. Keep your hands on your hips. Exhale, inhale, raise the right foot. And then if you feel comfortable, look at a point ahead, and then you may want to take your arms out to the front. Oh, it definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah. So depending on where your level is at,
Right.
you break it down.
Exhale and release. The other thing too, we notice in yoga, what we tend to do, especially when we're doing balance postures,
Did you
calling
hear that?
me names yet. What we tend to do is when we're standing on one leg, the hip automatically centers itself on that leg. So really it moves so that that leg becomes a center of gravity for us. Maybe that's why I didn't even break it down, but I think it makes a lot more sense to try it this way. Okay, Ron, I heard you.
I grunted, yeah.
Transfer your weight to your right
Grunted for
leg.
balance.
Right hand on the right hip. Inhale, raise the left foot, hold on to the left big toe. Now, exhale and extend. Now, Ron, I think you've got your hand
got the
on the
wrong one.
opposite leg. That's why it's even tougher.
more
for you.
difficult than it is.
He's got it on the opposite leg. For those of you who feel comfortable, feel free to take it out to the side. This is where Talisa comes in. Well done, Ron. Inhale, bring your leg back. Exhale and release. This is one, yeah.
It's an extremely tough exercise because it uses extreme flexibility and strength.
Right.
And balance. So you
what
have
is
to have
the-
flexibility in the hamstring of the leg that's going out.
It's not always.
You have to have balance and strength in the other leg.
Right.
So and then you're moving it out
When you
from your
move it
center
out,
of
what
gravity.
muscle group are we using? I mean, I know we're stretching the
Well,
inside
you're probably using your hand and your arm to do it.
to pull it out to the side.
But
Okay.
the leg that you're standing on will be doing a lot of work
Right.
to compensate this leg being out here.
Okay.
So
So
it's a
basically,
tough
when
one.
we're trying to get the balance, we're working a lot of things at the same
Absolutely.
time. Okay, I feel good now. We're
And that's the
working a lot-
advantage. That's the advantage of balance things.
Right.
It makes it more difficult.
Right. Okay. So we need to really keep practicing our balance postures whenever we can.
Absolutely.
Right. Transfer your weight to the left leg. As long as Radan's here, we're going to get a lot of balance postures in today. Inhale, raise the right foot, hold on to the right big toe. Exhale and extend. Oh, this reminds me of the last episode, Radan. You said one side feels different. And then keep moving out to the right side. And I find if I tighten my lower abdominal muscles, I'm able to go out a little more to the side. And you're absolutely right. It feels so much better on this side.
Mine feels equally difficult.
Exhale and release. But it does take a lot of focus, doesn't it?
A lot.
All that concentration. But it's nice. I'm glad you're here because you're able to explain what are the right muscle groups to use, which really is very important for us.
Absolutely.
So, okay, we are in posture number 14, Natarajasana. A lot of our viewers out there know what this posture is about. They just don't know how to get in and out safely. They know the final posture. So here's what we're going to do. Transfer your weight to the right leg, right hand on the right hip. And Radan, just like in the last posture, feel free if there's a simpler way of doing this, because I really love the explanation you gave. Hold on to your left ankle.
Simple is best.
That's true. Hold on to your left ankle with your left hand from behind this time. Ooh, I can feel a stretch in the quads,
Absolutely.
right? Now, inhale, raise the right arm up. Exhale, dip your torso, raise your left knee.
I think once again, like the other one, if you just don't go too far forward,
Right. I was just thinking about what you said there. That you're right.
keeps the balance, makes it a little bit easier.
You're so right. I've seen people go all the way down.
Yeah.
And of course, those who can, sometimes it's a bit of a challenge, but it's nice to challenge ourselves once in a while. But I think I'm happy here. Inhale, lower your left leg, and then lower your right arm. Switch sides, left hand on the left hip.
I think the advantage of doing
Yeah.
a balanced posture is that you can hold it for a while,
The one just with the leg,
or just
you
in
mean?
general. So if you're going into a balance posture but it's too difficult,
Right, just hold on to the leg.
I feel like you're almost not going to be able to do it long enough to get the benefit.
What about...
So maybe holding at this level,
you mean
but
the hand
holding
is not, it's not important to raise the arm just
Well,
yet?
I just think hold it balanced for as long as you can, rather than making it so difficult that you can only hold it for a short period.
Right. No, I actually, in fact, the way we were trained to think, we could be wrong, so I'm just looking for clarification. If you bring your arm out, the opposite arm out, it's more of a balance. I mean, it helps us hold it. Is that right?
Yeah, I would think so, because this is the opposite side.
But I thought you were saying keep your hand on your hip. Is it okay to raise the arm? Is what
Absolutely.
I'm asking. Oh, okay.
No, I'm thinking more in balance in general.
Oh, I see.
If you're
Just
going
do
too far
one
into
step at a
it,
time.
but you can only hold it for a second.
Right.
It's not as beneficial as holding it halfway down,
True.
but for a minute.
A longer time.
Yeah.
Don't you bring out a whole minute. I'm not holding it for a whole minute.
Later.
But you're right, yeah. Left hand on the left hip. Hold on to the right ankle from behind with the right hand. And, let's do what Radan suggested. I think it makes so much more sense. Let's keep our left hand on the left hip. Inhale, raise the right knee. And hold it right there. Feel the stretch. Was it the quad muscles, Radan, on the right leg, front of the right thigh?
No, it's probably more the hamstring.
Hamstrings that get the flex, yeah.
Yeah, and the further you flex forward from your hip, the bigger that stretch down the back of the leg should be.
Okay. Oops. Exhale and release slowly. Not as fast as I did. Do it gracefully and slow, controlled motions. Now, one last balanced posture. It's also a little bit of a twist, compacting the whole body. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Cross the right knee over the left. Wrap your right foot around the left calf or ankle. Wherever you are today is fine. Right knee is up, and again, we'll do what Radan suggests. I really like that, go in baby steps. If this is where you want to be today, that's fine. Radan, what muscle group are we stretching? What's this one again?
Well,
the outside?
That's your glute coming down the
glute.
back.
Okay, not the abductors,
No.
right? That's not it. Okay. Hold it. Now, if you feel ready, inhale, raise the left arm, fold, dip the left elbow over the right, twine your palms together, and hold. Inhale, release the right leg, untangle your arms, and let's switch sides.
Left brain, right brain.
This is left brain, right brain. And the reason we do the opposite sides, thank you, Josiane. The reason we do, if the right knee is up, raise the left arm. Basically, it helps hold the body together, otherwise we lose balance. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Cross the left knee over the right. Wrap your left foot around your right calf or ankle, wherever you are today. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left. I definitely feel a little bit of pain in my right shoulder because this side is tighter for me.
Yeah, you feel a stretch almost in the back of the shoulder a little bit.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's pulling your shoulder blades apart.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Inhale. Lift up, untangle your legs, untangle your arms, shake yourself out just a little bit. Sometimes when I do this with the right arm over the left, I feel a little bit of a pain actually, not just a stretch. So that's probably, I don't know, is it because we're right-handed?
Maybe your right side's a bit tighter.
It is
'cause you
tighter, it
use
felt.
more.
Yeah, that's what
And
it
your
is.
shoulder actually inserts into your arm here.
Oh, I see.
So it could be your shoulder, not your arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was somewhere
It's like when
here.
you do the stretch.
Yeah, that's the one
Same
I
kind of
find. I
feeling.
find it hurts a little. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly that. Okay, let's move on. We have about 4 minutes left. Exactly 4 postures, standing postures. Heels together, toes apart, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms up, and then cross over. Hold on to your opposite elbows. Wiggle your biceps behind your ears. Exhale, fold from the hip. This is one of the few postures in this sequence where we allow gravity to do its job, and it does a great job right here. I'm going to take off my fancy glasses so they don't fall off. And you don't have to make contact with your body because you already have that contact of both palms on the opposite elbows. So just let gravity do its job, keep exhaling, and go deeper every minute.
And it's okay to have the knees a little bit bent, is it?
You're right.
Just a
I
little
think it's
bit?
perfectly okay because the idea is to get a lumbar stretch, not for
Not just the back of the legs,
right.
yeah.
And actually, it's less stressful too. It feels so
You
much
feel like you
better.
can let go more into it.
Right, yeah.
Whereas if you have your legs completely straight, it can be a very sharp
Right.
stretch.
Oh, I like that tip. That's wonderful. So remember, folks at home, you're getting the benefit of trainers like Radan, who come on our show every now and then. Make the most of him. Get in touch with him. His credits are at the lower bottom left of the screen. Very gently lower your hands to the floor, 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the left leg back and then the right. The famous or infamous downward facing dog. Exhale, dip your head between your biceps, bring your heels down all the way.
It's good to do the stretch after the one we just did.
Ah,
Because it already relaxes the legs a little bit.
right, okay, so it's good practice. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee to the ground, uncurl your toes on the left foot, and let's ease off just a little bit. Both hands on the right knee, exhale, and dip. Is that your safe knee, Ron? You're okay?
Yes, yeah.
You could always put a pillow or something soft under the knee.
You know, I've thought about
you're at
that.
home.
If we do that, does that not bring an imbalance in the height, for instance?
Not really.
It's okay?
No,
All
it's
right.
fine.
Well,
Just
next
a little
time.
bit of extra padding.
Right, okay. Exhale and dip. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip the left elbow over the right. After all that hot chocolate, I don't want anything coming up. Place your right hand on your left palm, right palm over the left. Turn to look at the raised elbow and hold. It's always hold your posture, not your breath. Inhale, let's come out of that and let's switch legs as gracefully as we can. Bring the right foot back, bring the left foot forward. Uncurl your toes in the right foot, both palms on the left knee. Exhale and dip. You know the red mat is for you, Ali. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, dip the right elbow over the left knee. Place the left palm on top of the right. Turn to look at the raised elbow and hold. Don't forget to breathe. Keep breathing. Keep exhaling, especially in twists. What do you think, Radan? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, it can be
Because
difficult as well.
Yeah, we keep holding our breath. I know I
do.
hold my breath in twists. Inhale, let's come out of that. And we've got another minute to go, Radan. I think we should not start the seated postures today. I'd like you to close with some tips for our viewers.
Well, I was just continuing what you were saying with the twisting.
Yeah.
This is because it pushes your lungs in a little bit and restricts how much oxygen
Right.
you can get into your lungs. So it's very natural not to be able to breathe as easily in a twist.
It's easy to forget to breathe.
That's right. Until you go pink and
That's
blue
right.
and purple. But eventually you will breathe, most probably.
Yeah. Oh, well, inhale happens. That's what I've been told. I've been trained to believe that inhale happens. But what I find, every time we twist, and Ron, correct me if I'm wrong, do you feel the same way? Every time we twist, if we keep exhaling, it gets a little easier.
Yeah.
Does that happen for you too?
I heat up too.
Huh?
I heat up.
You heat up in every
the-
twist.
with the beanie.
That's your chakras moving. Not with his beanie, his chakras are moving. Radan, it's been wonderful to have you back on the show. We
Thank
hope
you.
you'll come back the next couple of days to complete the sequence with us. For those of you who want to get in touch with Radan, if our director Josiane has an opportunity, one more opportunity, she will have his credits back on the lower bottom left.
Yeah,
Radan
I can
Sturm-
answer any questions about the actual physicality of the stretches
You also-
and what muscles
yeah.
are being strengthened and
How can they reach
why
you?
some
You
of
have a
this pain.
website?
Yeah, on the website, completebody.com.
Okay. And you also have a personal website, radansturm.com.
That's it.
Radan, right there on your screen. RADANSTURM.com. There's also a phone number, 917-678-9785. Josiane, thank you so much. Are we good to go? We have another minute because we could go on forever.
We're just warming up.
We're just warming up.